T to the G, man. Who you think he gonna be? We're back on our Urban Crimes playlist, man. This title got me by itself. It says he unalived his mother and 7 family members. So without wasting time, let's see how this was done. Whoa. What? Okay, that was crazy.
We have a warrant. You're under arrest. Put your hand behind your back. Hand behind your back. Hold it. Hey, back up. Stay over there. He's gonna have a warrant. Stop clenching, man. Stop doing it. Take him down. What do you think it is? Romeo Nance got it. No, bro. You got anything on him? He doesn't have a warrant. Relax. Stop telling us that. Yes, he does. Move fast.
Oh, second.
That's a big of a deal, bro.
No, he's going to a leg appointment.
Hey, okay. Relax. Listen. No. It's not that big. Let us do our job and we'll talk to you. Right.
No, let us do our job. You got
Let us do our job.
Hey, the police are over.
Right now, your job is currently to arrest the person that she is with. So it's a little funny how they just say things like they don't have meaning or like they don't know what the word means. Just let us do our job real quick, and then we'll answer your questions. But your job is to arrest me. Well, no, I don't want you to do your job real quick. I want you to talk to me now. And they know that, and they definitely know that. That's why they say those phrases to you. Very
Romeo. I don't know. They say it's the warrant. You have a search warrant?
No. Yes, we do. Hey, let them.
No. Handcuffs.
Hey, let them. Stop. Hey, keep that. Keep everyone away from the car. Hold on. Send the. Tech 3. Send us a mark unit with a cage over here, please.
Hey, don't go near them. Stay over here. Come over here.
It's not. First of all,
okay, come over here.
Show me the warrant. Show me the warrant.
Okay, I don't have it on me. Okay?
Show me the warrant.
That's crazy. The officer said, I don't have the warrant on me. Can they arrest you for a warrant and not have the warrant on them? I don't know if they can actually say that. You're supposed to. How are you allowed to take me away without having the warrant?
Show me.
Well,
Show me now.
Wait, and this is supposed to be his mother who is actually unalived? That's okay.
We're a little busy right now, okay?
No, show me now.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. You're just going to have to wait.
Go. No, you can't. A warrant.
Yes, we can.
No, you cannot.
Yes, we can.
Let me call.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the story of Romeo Nance, a 23-year-old man who unleashed a shocking wave of violence that left 8 people dead in Joliet, Illinois.
Wait, what? Wow. It's looking like maybe his family members?
Romeo was no stranger to the criminal justice system, with a history of violent offenses including armed robbery and a shooting incident. On a fateful Sunday in January 2024, he would go on a deadly rampage, taking the lives of 7 of his closest family members, including his sister and his mother, who were seen previously on body cam footage fighting against his arrest. He would also take the life of an innocent bystander. What drove this young man to commit such a heinous act? Welcome to Viral Crimes. Subscribe in Illinois, a city with a rich history and a tight-knit community. Known for its lively neighborhoods and strong sense of community, Joliet was shocked when it became the backdrop for a chilling series of events that forever changed the lives of many. Romeo Nance, the central figure in this tragic tale, was a 23-year-old man who grew up in Joliet. Romeo had a troubled side that few saw. He worked various jobs, but none were stable or long-term. Romeo was often in and out of employment, which added to his growing frustrations. He had a 3-year-old son with his longtime girlfriend, Kylie Cleveland. Though he tried to be a good father, his erratic behavior and unstable lifestyle often overshadowed his efforts. He had a history of minor run-ins with the law, nothing that hinted at the horrific acts he would eventually commit. His personality was a mix of warmth and volatility, a combination that kept those around him on edge. But Romeo Nance's life took a dark and unexpected turn that no one saw coming. On January 21, 2024, Sunday, a series of horrific events unfolded in Joliet, Illinois, forever altering the community's sense of safety and peace. It was a day that started like any other but ended in unimaginable tragedy. That Sunday began with a normal morning in the 2200 block of West Acres Road, where Romeo's family lived in two separate houses. The tranquility of the neighborhood was shattered when Romeo began a killing spree that would leave 7 of his relatives dead. Inside one of the houses, he brutally murdered his mother, 47-year-old Tamika Nance, and his uncle, 35-year-old William Esters. In the second house, the carnage continued as he took the lives of his 3 sisters. 20-year-old Alexandria Nance, 16-year-old Alana Nance, and 14-year-old Angel Nance.
Wow.
Also among the dead were his aunt, 38-year-old Christine Esters, and his brother, 31-year-old Joshua Nance.
What the heck?
News of the murders spread quickly, sending shockwaves through Joliet and beyond. The community was horrified as details emerged about the extent of the violence. The Will County Sheriff's Office launched a manhunt for Romeo, who had fled the scene. They conducted surveillance and knocked on doors, piecing together the timeline of the brutal attacks.
Multiple people have been found dead in 2 separate homes.
Right now, there's a manhunt underway for a man believed to be connected to the shootings. Let's get right to the picture of the man police are looking for. He is Romeo Nance, and he is considered armed and dangerous, about 23 years old. If you see him, do not approach him. Immediately call police. Joliet police are familiar with Romeo Nance, who has a history with them. Nance is believed to be driving this car. It's a red Toyota Camry with a license plate Q730412. I repeat, Q730412. This is video from the scene of the 2200 block of West Acres Road, 1 block from Ascension St. Joseph Hospital. Again, police tell us they have multiple gunshot victims there in 2 separate homes. We can tell you from Nance's prior arrest that he also listed an address on that street, same block, the 2200 block, as his home address when he was arrested for aggravated discharge of a weapon involving a woman back in 2023. Here's his picture again. Court records indicate Nance was out on bond for that 2023 shooting case and is still awaiting trial. The Will County Sheriff's Office is also looking for Nance in connection with 2 shootings last night, one of which was fatal.
As investigators worked tirelessly, they discovered that Romeo's violence was not confined to his family. Around the same time as the family murders, he randomly shot 2 men in separate incidents. One victim, 28-year-old Toyosi Backer, was killed near the Pheasant Run Apartments in Joliet Township.
What?
The other victim, a 42-year-old man, was shot on Davis Street but survived his injuries. These random acts of violence added another layer of fear and confusion to an already chaotic situation. But there was an accomplice of Romeo in these heinous crimes. During the investigation, it was revealed that John Hansen, a longtime friend and associate, was present with Romeo during the shooting incidents. By Monday, January 22, authorities had identified Romeo as the primary suspect in both the family murders and the random shootings, and John Hansen as an accomplice. The urgency to capture Romeo intensified as news broke that he had fled to Texas. Law enforcement agencies, including the U.S. Marshals, joined the search, tracking his movements across state lines. On January 23, 2024, the manhunt came to a tragic end. Romeo was located outside a gas station in Natalia, Texas. A confrontation with Texas law enforcement ensued, and as officers closed in, Romeo ended his own life with a gun.
We just learned in the last few minutes, Joliet police say the suspect wanted in 8 murders has been found in Texas. Romeo Nance was in a town called Natalia. That's 30 miles southwest of San Antonio, nearly 1,200 miles from Joliet, a more than 18-hour drive.
We do have video as well from where Joliet police say Nance was found in a car at a gas station. They say it appears he shot himself after a confrontation with police and is dead.
The reign of terror he had unleashed in Joliet was finally over, but the aftermath left a community grappling with grief and unanswered questions.
January 28th, family and friends gathered to remember each lost soul.
Joshua, please release.
He enjoyed life and he always found a way to make good times wherever he went.
In the name of Christine.
My big sister, Chrissy. Everybody who met Chrissy loved her. And I know it's been said time and time again, but she was truly an angel on earth.
In the name of William Nance, please.
Brother, my protector, He always made sure everyone around him was safe. She was my rock. I could tell her about anything going on in my life, and she would listen and give her advice.
In the name of Alex, please release.
Or Lucky. Lucky was one of the silliest people you'd ever meet. Alana was shy when you first meet her, but when she got to know her, she was just one of the funniest teenagers you'd ever meet.
In the name of Angel.
Sweet Angel. She really was her namesake. She had her moments where she was a little spicy, but through and through, she was a sweet girl.
Is this a situation, a case where we might not
Damn, just hearing that raw emotion, it's just, these are children, you know what I mean? This is senseless and tragic.
ever know the reason why?
I may not ever know the why, but I know the result. And I know that it's life-changing.
On January 24, 2024, detectives with the Will County Sheriff's Office obtained an arrest warrant for John Hansen. John Hansen, a 24-year-old resident of Shorewood with a history of prior criminal offenses in Will County, has been charged by the Will County Sheriff's Office for his involvement in aiding Romeo Nance in a series of violent crimes. John is facing serious charges, including 3 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of attempted murder, and 1 count of aggravated battery with a gun. John disclosed to detectives that Romeo provided him with a firearm immediately after a shooting on Davis Street in Joliet, where Mario Guerrero was shot but survived. John further stated that he was also with Romeo when Toyosi Backer was fatally shot at the Pheasant Run Apartments. The firearm used in these shootings was identified as a 9mm Glock Ghost gun. In an attempt to conceal evidence, John admitted to disposing of the firearm in the Dupage River near his residence. Despite John's reluctance to provide further details, law enforcement was able to recover the firearm through additional investigative efforts, including a search conducted by the Plainfield Fire Department divers. During the investigation, Romeo's longtime girlfriend, Kylie Cleveland, was also arrested. On January 24, she was charged with obstructing justice. According to the criminal complaint, Kylie had provided false information to the Joliet Police Department, claiming she did not know Romeo's phone number, in an attempt to prevent his apprehension. Kylie, who lived at one of the houses where the murders occurred and was present during the killings, was placed on home confinement by Will County Judge Dave Carlson. Community mourned the loss of 7 family members, including 2 students from Joliet West High School, Alana and Alexandria Nance. Social media was flooded with tributes and messages of condolence, highlighting the impact the victims had on their friends and neighbors. Authorities held several press conferences to update the public on the investigation. Joliet Police Chief Bill Evans and Dan Jungles, the Chief Deputy of Criminal Investigation.
He looked like that dude from Law and Order. Remember? Law and Order, what was that one? Special Victims Unit? Not Special Victims Unit, the other one. Major Crimes or whatever with the
at the Will County Sheriff's Office provided details about the timeline of events and the efforts to capture Romeo. Despite their thorough investigation, the motive behind Romeo's actions remained elusive. Both Evans and Jungles expressed their frustration at not being able to fully understand why Romeo committed such horrific acts. The crime scene itself was described as one of the worst in the careers of the responding officers. Blood and signs of a struggle were found throughout the houses, painting a grim picture of the final moments of Romeo's victims. The investigation also revealed that a 3-year-old boy, Romeo's son, was found unharmed with a relative in another community, adding a glimmer of relief amid the tragedy. The victims of Romeo Nance's deadly rampage were innocent people who never should have had their lives cut short in such a senseless manner. This horrific act of violence could potentially have been prevented had the warning signs been heeded. Romeo's lengthy criminal history, including charges for armed robbery and reckless shooting, should have raised red flags. More robust mental health support and intervention may have helped address the underlying issues driving his violent tendencies. Tragically, the system failed these victims. Their loved ones are now left to grapple with unimaginable grief, struggling to make sense of a senseless act that robbed them of their family members. The emotional scars will linger for years as they try to rebuild their lives in the wake of this devastating loss. This tragedy serves as a sobering reminder of the urgent need for comprehensive reforms to address gun violence, mental health support, and the gaps in the criminal justice system that allow dangerous individuals to slip through the cracks. My condolences to the friends and the family of all the victims. May you continue to heal and one day.
Yeah, first thing I want to say is prayers and healing energy to that whole family. That story just took a turn and kept getting worse and worse, and I didn't know it was gonna go down that road like that. It's very tragic. I don't even know how that 3-year-old's gonna grow up and hear about his dad. Yeah, man, it's sad, man. All the way around. So, like I said, prayers and healing energy to that whole family, because nobody should have to even go through any of that. But yeah, if you made it this far, that means you put some paint where it ain't. And for that, you need to be thanked. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share to be aware. Put me in that algorithm because I need to be there, man. Because I know there's 10 other streamers out there doing it like me. But
Fuck that, I look 10.
I'm maxed out.